So, let's get started again with this Windows privilege escalation. Learn the fundamentals of Windows privilege escalation techniques. And um, introduction. During a penetration test, you will often have access to some Windows hosts. Um, yeah, I'll continue using this. I was thinking, should I switch to the other mic? Is the audio okay on this one? I'll use it because I can have a fan on. Um, there. So it's funny. 4 people on YouTube and 4 people on Twitch. Um, you're very. Uh, thank you for being. So very welcome in here. You'll often have access to some Windows host with an unprivileged user. Unprivileged user will hold limited access, including their files and folders only, uh, and have no means to perform administrative tasks on the host, preventing you from having complete control over your target. This room covers fundamental techniques that attackers can use to elevate privileges in Windows environments, allowing you to use any initial unprivileged foothold on a host to escalate to an administrator account where possible. If you want to brush up on your skills first, you can have a look through the Windows Fundamentals module and Hacking Windows module. So let's see if I have done these. Um, and I think that they might have been part. Oh, so this is like a module. All right, yeah. So Windows Fundamentals. Yeah. So I've done these. And they were actually modules, not only rooms. I thought it was rooms first. So let's continue learning. Windows privilege escalation. Simply put, privilege escalation consists of using given access to a host with user A and leveraging it to gain access to user B by abusing a weakness in the target system. While we will usually want user B to have administrative administrative rights, there might be situations where we'll need to escalate into another unprivileged account before actually getting administrative privileges. Gaining access to different accounts can be as simple as finding credentials in text files or spreadsheets left unsecured by some careless user. But that won't always be the case. Depending on the situation, we might need to abuse some of the following weaknesses: misconfigurations on Windows services and scheduled tasks, excessive privileges assigned to our account, vulnerable software, missing Windows security patches. Before jumping into the actual technique, let's look at the different account types on the Windows system. And before we start more, well, continue, I'm going to just quickly compare here the Linux. How much notes do I have on start here Linux? Right, it's quite a lot of different things to test, and it ended with links to scripts where you can find even more things to look for. So let's minimize this one. GTFO bins. So this is the Linux. So let's now look at the Windows one. Exploration for Windows. Start here, Windows. This is Windows. Yeah. So it's not like I don't have any notes. I have notes. I recently, well, I guess it might be months ago now, I started making these start here to just put together like a what to do methodology to what to do. And on Linux, no, I didn't mean to close it. Well, this is too much stuff. I have too zoomed out, I guess. I just wanna open the last one. Um, so I'll have to scroll up again. This one. So this has so much more things, you know. I have different things, different commands to test and run, things to check, tools to use, and ending with a list of well scripts and things too you can run to get more information. And for Windows, it's just empty so far. Um, just added here that one of the boxes that I've done that I can use this one to test Windows stuff on, right? So I remember something. It seemed like a good place to test things. It seems like. So, um, so my bread is so dry now. So of course I should go through all my notes, right? And try and make a list from this. But now we get a free start. When I was doing the room we did just a bit ago, that was the same for Linux privilege escalation. Then I had almost all the things noted down already. And now I might have some things noted down, but not in the place where I want them, right? So we'll have to really make lots of notes. So this will be slow, I hope, because that would mean lots of information. There. So, and you're welcome to talk while I stream. You know, you're allowed to chat, and TTS will read it so that I will notice it. Yeah, TTS seem to be on. All right, my kid is playing Geometry Dash again. Does that mean he already finished his hamburgers? So, um, Windows users. Windows systems mainly have two kinds of users, depending on their access level. We can categorize a user in one of the following groups: administrators or standard users. Administrators, users. These users have the most privileges. They can change any system configuration, parameter, and access any file in the system. Standard users. These users can access a computer but only perform limited tasks. Typically, these users cannot make permanent or essential changes to the system and are limited to their files. Any user with administrative privileges will be part of the administrators group. On the other hand, standard users are part of the users group. In addition to that, you will usually hear about some special built-in accounts used by the operating system in the context of privilege escalation. System, local system. An account used by the operating system to perform internal tasks. It is, and all the time I react that my mic is not close to me because I'm not using this mic that I usually use. I'm thinking of changing it because I'm not sure about the quality of the audio, and I don't get any feedback. Let's quickly like unmute me. Let's go to Twitch here. I'm going to listen to myself talk here for a bit. I'm going to listen to myself talk here for a bit. I'm going to listen to myself talk here for a bit. So I will do the same again. I muted it for a bit so we don't have a sort of is going back and forth. I'm going to unmute myself again now. Testing, testing, testing. I'm talking a lot while I'm doing this. Testing, testing, testing. I'm talking a lot while I'm doing this. Testing. I don't know. I think the audio is bad, but maybe it's just these. I don't know. I'll try turning off the fan and see if I can survive. As I'm reading a lot. There, so now as I'm reading a lot, I will see if this looks better, and I will try. And I will try to listen to myself. Testing again. I'll try to listen to myself. Testing again. Yeah, but this is good. This is much better. Why do people tell me that this mic is okay? Well. Now TryHackMe popped up on my right screen because it's 19, right? That's how I know time here. It reminds me to do some TryHackMe at this time. So, there. Let's continue reading. So, the special accounts here. System, local system. An account used by the operating system to perform internal tasks. It has full access to all files and resources available on the host and will even with even higher privilege level than administrators. A local service. Default account to run Windows services with minimum privileges. It will use anonymous connections over the network. Network service. Default account used to run services with minimum privileges. It will use a computer credential to authenticate through the network. These accounts are created and managed by Windows, so you won't be able to use them as other regular accounts. Still, in some situations, you may gain their privileges due to exploiting specific services. And the authority system, so kind of the usual thing there. It's not listed. I'm thinking it's the same as system, right? Users that can change system configurations are a part of it group. Administrators. Yeah, so I'm imagining this will be a very simple things too in here, but still things to put in the notes. The system account has more privileges than the administrator user. Why not yay? So PowerShell has an history now. Isn't it all new already? Anyway. Oh, not another one. Oh no. We can RDP instead. Okay, say bye-bye to this thing. I would prefer to use Windows 2 with a shell, right? Really? But we will have to be graphical. I assume. So, let's look at this. Harvesting passwords from usual spots. The easiest way to get access to another user is to gather credentials from a compromised machine. Such credentials could exist for many reasons, including a careless user leaving them around in plaintext files, or even stored by some software like browsers or email clients. This task will present some known places to look for passwords on a Windows system. Before going into the task, remember to click the Start Machine button. You will be using the same machine throughout tasks 3 to 5. If you are using the attack box, this is a good moment to start it, as you will be needing it for the following tasks. In case you prefer connecting to the target device via RDP, you can use the following credentials. And we will use these. We will also make notes as we did for the last bit. But for these, I'm imagining there's a challenge at the end, right? Maybe not. The Linux one had one. So this might not. It also looks shorter. So we'll need a notepad then, because I don't wanna make things more complicated than they need to be. So I still want it saved somewhere where I can see it easier. And the IP there. So dragging it over to the other screen here. So I'll have some bright light in the corner of my eyes. Let's just start with actually connecting. So let's just, oh look, we found Leonard's password too, but not Root's. Three password, 3 salts. And we stopped the machine, which should not affect this. So the administrator's password was not in here. We could not find it in rockU.txt. Is there anything else we could possibly want here? I don't think so. Yeah, and here's just where we were logged into the machine, and it is already closed. Let's just start with nmapping the Windows machine, just so that we have 207.25. So we have a bit of experience what Windows machines will look like when we see them with nmap. And I'm doing a full scan, so it will take a bit of time. Let's actually start RDP from here, right? If I can remember. So, oh, I'm caps. That's not what I wanted. What is it? Well, I don't remember it. I know it's the same. So XRDP. No, not actually, but it was X at the start. So X3 RDP, yeah. But it was enough to make me remember there was an X at the start. So here's actually, I've used these on purpose, and we know the administrator now here. We are just THM unpriv. There. And then the password is password. I'm going to use this, drop that word, why on earth, quotation marks or whatever, single ones, because we'll probably need to have strange characters in a password again. So now we have dynamic resolution scale, making the text easier to read on stream. A clipboard, start ignore. So this should be good. So we're logged in to the machine as a user. Let's keep nmap there in the back. So I think if I make this one bigger, it will scale it, right? So something like this. And we can see Nmap there in the background. So we will apparently use Process Hacker here. And this looks not so new. No internet access. V previous one. Oh, there we got it. So we can see the information on the Windows box. I just port 80 open. RPC 445. So I'm very interested in what we will be taught here about this one. SMB. We have also the name here. And the version. System time. HTTP API, in other words. So I'm thinking I do have some meatballs for me too downstairs. Or for the other kid, maybe. We'll see. But I'm so full still. Constantly eating feels like. That's my lunch. Too much lunch. So, untended Windows installations. When installing Windows on a large number of hosts, administrators may use Windows Deployment Services, which allows for a single operating system image to be deployed to several hosts through the network. These kinds of installations are referred to as unattended installations, as they don't require user interaction. Such installations require the user of the use of an administrator account to perform the initial setup, which might end up being stored in the... I'm sorry, this one just clicked, so I was checking my audio. Which might end up being stored in the machine in the following locations: unattend XML, Windows. So we are making notes already, because these paths, of course, they need to be check credentials. Notes down there. Why didn't anyone say anything when I forgot to switch the screen? I did at least forget that. So, check for credentials from credentials from left from unattended installation. And in the other file, I have tab for everything. There. Right, this doesn't work. We'll need to... When I suddenly started thinking, what should I push? I didn't know anymore. It's funny when it's like automated, you know, and then you start thinking of what was I doing. As part of these files, you might encounter credentials. And here we will need an actual file here. New note. Unattended installation credential files. And we will indeed get this bit here too, right? Locations. So this one can keep this look, and then we will just go back and file format. What? And sometimes the automatic stuff doesn't work. So there. Also, I don't really like that long names for things, but I think it's better to have long names that actually says what it is, than to have short names that you don't get. And I don't... Well, we could have done unattended inst files or something, right? But that wouldn't have the credential. We could do at inst cred files. That wouldn't have been as good. So PowerShell history. Whenever a user runs a command using PowerShell, it gets stored into a file that keeps a memory of past commands. Okay, so PowerShell history. This is useful for repeating commands you have used before quickly. If a user runs a command that includes a password directly as part of the PowerShell command line, it can later be retrieved by using the following command in cmd.exe. Okay, so okay. There. So why? Yeah, I was thinking it might be there's nothing in there. It was. So okay, so they're really helping us with the type and everything. Okay, we could have just had the path. So this was a long one because of the path. But app data, well, they do user profile anyway. Yeah. Okay, so under roaming, we have Microsoft Windows PowerShell PS read line console host history. Of course, we have to look at this at once, right? So let's use a graphical window here. I'm just going into users here on my machine. Then we go Sophia, and now we have so many dot files on Windows. So many dot files, isn't it crazy? So app data, roaming, Microsoft Windows PowerShell, Microsoft Windows PowerShell, PS read line here. Let's be safe, just in case. I just want to check it before. Oh my, there are so many Python things here. No, I can't see anything that's secret, but I think it saves everything for a very long time. So power CFG hibernate off. Might have been the first PowerShell command I did on this computer. Right? And then I did Docker stuff. That was a few years ago. Yeah. Python. NPM horriblenesses. Oh, wasp use shop. I don't think I got it running. Here, this looks. This was not at all me doing something with Al. The thing that I was talking about there, that I saw a stream with him doing things with Nim before. I think it was Nim then. I don't know, I don't remember. Anyway, these are when I tested them. It's sad that we can't see the date on these. Lots of infosec fuzzpy audio. Oh well, we have like lots of stuff here, and I didn't know this file existed. So this is recent. During the stream we cloned this repo, and then we updated my notes on Git. Right? Yeah, and these were some other tests. Yeah, I was looking at chat stuff here. Chat. Right. And I was testing commands for someone. A chatter on stream that had problems with this. Yeah. So 22nd was the last time. If I want to see when I last updated my nose, now we know it was 6 days. It wasn't that long ago. Very interesting that. I like it. So this is a very good thing to know, and I had no idea.
Nope, the commandable will only work from CMD.exe, as PowerShell won't recognize user profile as an environment variable. To read the file from PowerShell, you would have to replace with env user profile, and that would be so much harder to type, right? So let's actually make a convention here that we do cmd colon and have a command for cmd, right? And then we do ps colon and have possibly the same command. And this already had the so annoying. I'll have to shift control paste there. And we'll need type here too, or we could do cat just to have a difference. Type there. So now we have for cmd and PowerShell the same command, and I just browse to it. Let's actually copy this one and paste it, since we had this window open, you know, from us messing with Git stuff. I was trying to shift control paste. Positional parameter cannot be found. Oh, there's a space. So of course it couldn't. And there we have our bad command and our good command. So let's remove the space. That was good that I tested it, and now we have made sure that it worked. Confirmed. So our note file is growing. Let's hope we find much more here. Saved Windows credentials. Windows allows us to use other users' credentials. This function also gives the option to save these credentials on the system. The command below will list the saved credentials. That seems crazy, right? CMD key list. While you can see the actual password, you will notice any credentials worth trying. You can use them with the run as command and using the /savecred option. So I'm assuming there will be more saved credentials. I'm thinking SAM and registry and stuff, right? We'll see what we have in this. But I did not know this command, and I only started adminning Windows 96, 95. So there. There. Oh, Control S. I'm thinking time, you know? It's 1930. Of course, we need to test this. So first, we just do CMD key list, right? And I'm thinking I'll open a regular CMD too. None of these are admin. Let it be full. So no clear text. That's sad. But it seems to have lots of things saved here. Oh well. Target, legacy, generic. I have to check what smells. So, what our neighbors are having a barbecue apparently. Must be it, because it's fire smell or smoke smell, but it's aromatic. So something like that. Anyway, nothing burning here. You have to double check when you smell that, you know. So let's do the same thing. Confirm that the command works here too. And it was quicker. We didn't see any scrolling. That's kind of minus, right? Anyway, the user here, I didn't see any users in any of mine. So alright, so here we have actually user Kali type domain password. So there are a few names here. Oh, this is my server to our QNAP file server. Password, I mean, account. Teams? Do I even have a password there? Evernote. Not installed. I did install Snap Camera like a month ago. Doesn't work because it's, you know, old. I have to mess with it. It doesn't have anything in it. So it's uninstalled again. So apparently the accounts are still here. And this is also like generic. But there was actually it's not a domain password, it's a local password on the QNAP. So it's good to know that it doesn't know what the domain password is. And Kali, this is just a Kali machine, virtual machines login, right? Virtual IP here on. This is the IP if I want to connect from my PC to the VM. And this is definitely not the domain PC domain password. GitHub. And this one is actually not a password at all. You know. So, and I don't think if we find something that could like find clear text passwords, let's say that we use the QNAP one maybe. But I'm not good enough on PowerShell to know how to like list the shares or anything, you know, on a like SMB test on that machine. It's, you know, internal too, so it wouldn't matter much. But I would have liked to test this. Anyway, it's in the notes. So IIS configuration. Internet Information Services, IIS, is the default web server on Windows installations. The configuration of websites on IIS is stored in a file called web.config and can store passwords for databases or configured authentication mechanisms. Depending on the installed version of IIS, we can find web.config in one of the following locations. Okay, I just thought of that I'd never set the title more. I usually do. I know it won't be matter in the file will not be saved with this anyway, but we can change it. So the title of the Twitch stream is changed now. I can also change the one the other one if I mess about with YouTube. Is a bit of a mess here. Let's see. So here, this is the messy way to change the title of the stream. Go to content. If anyone knows a quicker way, you go to live, you go to edit. I think this is a messy way, at least, compared to Twitch that I have just open in automatically. Whatever. Let's continue. Just save there. We'll see if it's updated the stream title for Windows. So Twitch is now Linux and YouTube is Windows. What do you like the conversion? So I meant on YouTube, of course. There. So IIS configuration. First, let's make sure that these are actually uploaded. Okay, is it time for me to stop? Right, I could do like that too, right? CMD key list was the last thing I copied. Good. And no super secret passwords there. So this is kind of like obvious, right? Run CMDS admin here, that we can change the admin from depending on what we get here. It would be nice to be able to sort a bit, that since I had some money, you know. So if it was a machine, a Windows machine where it didn't have access, good access. IIS configuration. So I'm thinking, let's not focus on IIS here. Let's do configuration files. And IIS is just one in the list. We might find others. That all of the configuration files and other files and things could have passwords in them. It's not like new. Quick way to find database. Okay, sure. Connection string. Takes me back. Let's search connection string. And it's now 31 degrees in here. And I don't think there's much traffic on the street. Maybe I should open the window. Because if I turn the fan on, you will hear it a lot. And I think people are a bit quieter now, right? It's almost 20. We'll see. So this was just for fun to see who uses the connection string. So let's like paste this here and change it. So let's actually do IS, and then we have these are files. Then it's not very hard to think that we should search these. And this is not only a command on this, it is actually telling us how do we find a string within a file, right? And we can use find str in other ways. And I'm not at all as comfortable. So now we're going to look at this. The file won't exist, I think. Might be. Might have installed it sometime, and it might be there still, so you never know. But let's just see how it reacts to the connection string bit there. So I don't run the server. I don't have SQL installed. So it's kind of fun that it has a public key token there. Anyway, nothing you need to collect. Alright, we can close this one. Or rather, oh well, close it. I kind of figured that out. So if we paste the same thing here and run it, it works on both. I'm just curious about the local SQL server, since I don't have it, you know? There. So, so this is a common thing, you know? This might not only be in IIS. And so what breaks it? The tabbing. Because if I do this, it's not. But if I do this, it goes the other color. Yeah. So this is an example, and as we did here, we did CMD and PS. So if it works on both, I'm going to do CMD PS colon, meaning that this works on both CMD and PS, because we'll have to think that way here, because we never know what we'll use. We want to have both versions of everything. And also, let's see here, where do I have like AD create user? So here I was going for both PowerShell and command line, that kind of thing. We want both for everything. So it's starting to get stuff in this file. And that's why it's slow, which is very good. So I want this to have enough information to give me lots of useful stuff. Unfortunately, there's only one thing more here. So retrieve credentials from software PuTTY. As an SSH client commonly found on Windows system, instead of having to specify a connections parameter every single time, users can store sessions where the IP user and other configuration can be stored for later use. Well, PuTTY won't allow users to store their SSH password. It will store proxy connections that include clear text authentication credential. I can store my SSH password. Well, I can store my maybe I can't. No, it's another program. I'm just using PuTTY from this WinSCP, and it stores the passwords. So not PuTTY itself. To retrieve the stored proxy credentials, you can search under the following registry key for proxy password with the following command. So we won't run this, or maybe we will. Proxy credentials. Yeah. I don't have any proxy configurations. So why do I tab too few times? So configuration files, currently we're actually at PuTTY, but let's, did I have anything to paste? No. Meaning let's cut those and put them as a top, because this is how to use the information we find here. Putty. Is it time to stop streaming if you do that twice? Nah, I want to continue. So, it's still sunny outside. But it's 24.4 degrees. It's inside at 30.8. I think I will make it try with the window open. And if it's too noisy, I will close it again. Yeah. So we have, let's undo Shift Control Paste there. Thread query. I'm actually going to run this. Simon Tatum Putty Sessions. I'll run it on the screen where you're not watching first, and then we can look in case it. So I'm sure. I'll just open the window. I have to put the pollen filter window in there too. So I know that now when I'm walking away, you can't hear me as good. So now it's a lot colder outside. Not a lot of cars. Put in the window here. Guards already. So we can't just open it. There, a bike passing by. So now the window is open. I'll just go down and check if the kitchen fan is on, because if it then it will be sucking in air. We'll want that. Maybe we can just hear the birds. And there's a car. We'll see. I just got those meatballs I said I had done extra for me. Put them on sandwich quickly when I was still down there, So let's test run this now. I should be in our copy paste already. I'm just going to do one at a time and put it on the other side and run it. there, so I pasted it, and it found nothing, which I thought would be the reply, since I haven't used proxy, right? But this is also a very interesting thing, and I can see much more things we can learn about reg query, you know? So this is just an example, a hint on what we can find and explore. Let's say here, proxy creds. And let's look here at the... let's also run it at the command prompt, of course. Just to make sure that it runs on both. And then we can update to our notes to say cmd ps : so we keep this convention. These are paths, they are not commands. So got a photo from my hubby. Oh, he's repairing the chairs. He's currently at our country house, so he's fixing chairs. Oh, cool. Oh, nice. They, especially our youngest, he tends to tip the chairs a bit, you know, and he's not tiny anymore. So I think we fixed those, and then they broke again. So now I think he's doing it thoroughly. So let's see if I can find some. Oh! Nah. I sent 2 emotes by mistake. The second one was a mistake. It's a bit too easy to send them in Messenger. There. So and now I told you I can't type in Swedish and talk English. I type in English then, and now I did that to my hubby. That's funny. Well, I told him. So, oh, do we have another? So, my mom is starting to get old. She misunderstands everything. Or rather, is not getting old. She's my dad died from cancer 2 years ago, so she's alone, and sometimes also she's crying, so she can't see it to read messages. I can't be there all the time. So was there yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. So there, phone off. Since it's time is passing by, I have to check in a bit. of the world. With the rest of the world. So. When I was looking up at these, I was thinking, oh, I should have cucumber too. And now I'm thinking even more, that would be good with cucumber too. So, there. Why did I have the other one before in the list there? So, yeah, right. Any software that stores passwords will have a method to recover passwords. And we will add to this list as we find them. So, making it tinier. One line. So far we tested it on my machine, but we did have an example machine here, the Kali machine. Let's first just check the time, right? That was funny. It's exactly just past, so we can add an hour. If I had been looking 20 seconds earlier, it wouldn't have been there. Have to try all these, right? The old ones. Kind of stacked. That's what I was going for, but why do we have 3? Side by side. Why is it a third there? Well, there is more space here. Windows is not good at this, you know. That's why I haven't used it in a long time. So, PowerShell history. Of course, we don't look at the room's nodes, we look at our roads. Nodes. We'll try both. Let's actually make this a bit more fun and do find string on the username, right? Julia. It's like wrapping. So let's copy this one first. And this is the one for CMD. So we're going to paste it, and we're going to pipe it to, okay. I don't have my keyboard. That's not usable. I need a keyboard. Another reason why not to RDP. I hate RDPing. So we need to add Swedish. If it makes Windows Swedish, I'm saying bye-bye. Okay. So I can't install it, meaning I can't type, I have to copy and paste all the commands. So we will copy the find string bit here. You can type letters as long as they're not special characters. Just normal letters I should be able to type. I can't type a pipe, meaning this is not a normal problem. I haven't found it before. So let's see. Oh, sorry. Let's actually tab on my machine. Julia. And I'm actually going to copy this again and run it. And we found it there. And we learned better to the find string from using it. Unfortunately, I couldn't just type. So let's now paste this again, and we will have to go back and change. Well, let's try this. I can't find user profile. Good. So now we'll change it. We have to test to know that it's true what it said. So instead of this, we're going to use tabbing to the notes, and it says $n user profile. Let's see, can I type? Oh, it's a special characters. Meaning I have to copy it again. I can't type $. So I am a bit annoyed, just a tiny bit annoyed. There, so now we have $N of user profile, and I was hoping to type it. We could have just copied the dollar, but that felt kind of stupid, right? So, right, so what we get, here we get this. Only the line we want. In this one, we get something else. We also get the other lines. This looks like find str does not work on PowerShell. It worked perfectly on the command prompt, but let's go up and let's remove this. And oh, so it worked. Yeah, it's part of the command lines. Of course, it was part of those command lines too. And when we did it in CMD, of course we didn't add to the history of PowerShell. So it's all good. It's all good. It worked on both. And good that we tested, or I wouldn't have known, right? We also get the information, so her password is the answer to the question. Yes, love. Jag kommer. So, let's just paste it here. So, we're going to look in the config files too. I'll be right back. det. Jag ska öppna här också så tror jag att det hjälper. Jag stängde till pappa lite för att man... Nej, okej. Men det är myggfönster, eller det är inte bara myggfönster, det är pollenfönster. Det är inte pollen som är slutet på smaken. Det är mycket svalare här nu, Labban. Det kommer bli svalare hos dig också. So I'm sorry, I need to get it's very very warm. Need to get him some cold air. I don't think the AC will be much use because it generates heat too, you know, and if the window is open and I I have the the air transport thingy ending out in just outside the window, it just goes back in the warm air. And the AC itself gets warm, and now it's kind of a cool breeze. It's inside now. Here it's 28.2, and outside, just on the roof, just outside the window that's open now with the pollen filter, is 23.4. So it's a lot, and it's much warmer. It's definitely 33 or something at least there in his room, and he also is afraid of mosquitoes, so he has this curtain. And now I opened it, and it was okay. So I'm sorry for just talking about other stuff. I'll have to go and get him something cold. We'll at least finish these questions, I think. So then we'll see about, because I knew already that I wouldn't be able to do all of this today. Maybe I'll just skip the questions because we have already tested all the commands. We can just do them quickly. But first, I'm going to get him. Let's see here. If we move to the screen here. Oh my god, my nose. So, I'm not sure how much stuff gets in there from. I'll be right back. I'll get in something more to eat and I'll be back. So, sorry. Also, I could switch mics so you can hear you. Now I can talk to you. So, so I'll put the fan down here on the maximum to draw in more air from the windows, through the windows. We can always see if we can open his window and put a fallen filter window in there too. It's actually, I made one, it's on the attic because he's never used it. I think once, just before, but it didn't like it. It wasn't, you couldn't tell it really. Mostly I think it's in the way it's too close to his desk. That's most of it.
biggest part of the problem. So I feel like I'm just talking here by myself. Maybe I am. Maybe everybody's lurkers. And lurkers are okay. But like lurkers that are not actually here. Just people that don't want to be kind and put a lurk and go and do something else. Oh, this ice cream was so cold to cut. Or to spoon or whatever you want to call it. That's good though, because that means it's very cold and it will even make it room a bit cooler when it melts. So he was feeling annoyed by the heat, and I really understand that. So we never like the weather, right? Either it's too cold or it's too hot. We never like just the right temperature. But this is about the most useful TryHackMe room I've done in a long time, since there are so many things that I make notes of that I never have heard. That's the perfect, totally new things. Not that I didn't know that, uh, like IIS would have configuration files. It's just that I didn't know where they were. I didn't have this find string command. That was new too. So I can use that for everything now if I want to find things. Um, so I'm still still trying to get ice cream from the packet. It's taken forever, forever and forever. So if you're there, actually, tell me some tips. What's your best Windows hacking tip? Right? So I'm not sure if you can hear me, either. I'm in the kitchen and I have a Bluetooth connection, and I know the Wi-Fi here has problems. So when I asked about the quality of the audio for this mic compared to the other one, people said that they were almost the same. And now when I listened, I was like, oh my god, I've been using this mic too much. This is horrible. So people be honest. Think so. Oh, that's okay. Almost the same. It was like, it's not like it's cutting out randomly, whatever, bad quality like that, but it wasn't like some good stuff. I like my snowball. Actually, I think I had another snowball, but it wasn't as good as this one. So I actually compared the mics, and this one won my test. So I kind of like it. There was the ice cream, and I see the tea. I drank a lot of tea like just before when it was cold. Now you really can't drink tea. It's maybe iced tea, but still hard to make tea without heating something. I don't want to heat anything here to make it hotter than it's already. It's so hot. Make it hotter than it's already. It's really crazy. I'm just putting some cookies here on this ice cream. That's the way you usually eat it. Um, and we used to do this back when he didn't eat so many things. So now he eats much more things. I think he wants special to do the heat and everything. I was very annoyed at the heat. Oh. I got 2 gingerbread cookies by mistake. I thought I took one. There, let's see what it says about this. This house is kind of too warm a lot, and we used to, before we had kids, we used to spray ourselves with water and then try to fall asleep before it just steamed off.
Is the shuffle oven clean?
Of course, love.
Is the chocolate shuffle clean?
Yeah, I'll get that.
Is the chocolate stuffing clean?
My toast. Yeah, you need that.
Is the laughing muffin clean?
Och såg du vad jag gjorde då? Jag tog en pepparkaka och satte där. Sen så såg jag bara, men vänta lite. Yes, det var inte en.
Are you starting to always putting 2 peppercorns?
Det var inte med flit. Jag tog en och så var lite tjock den känns. Det var det den saknade.
Not talking with purposeful or not. Is this good new healthy clean good washer?
Yes, du fick det precis innan det där. Good luck, love. Du kan säga till så kommer jag mer, så kan du gå och hämta själv. There. Oh, sent me some YouTube video to watch. So, I put the dinner one on. Like I want seeing ice cream. I'm going to get some ice cream. So let's see. The next one is web server IS. What is the password for the DB admin user? And then we of course look at our notes. We look at IIS. We have the pulse where that's possible, and we have where is it? Yeah, the find string here is for the sexual file. This version number here. Yes. Wait there. I'll have to go help him again. Jag kommer! Vad är det, bebben? Okej. Ska jag hämta nytt vatten ändå? Du har druckit det. Så vi får mera kyla här inne också. So I forgot one thing actually, so it's my fault. Yes, this trash bin that I moved and didn't get a new one. So, just going up the stairs again. So, gubben, varsågod.
I did to the peppercorn. I did to the wrong.
Oh.
Put her halfway somewhere else.
Oj då. Det var lite för mycket saker i. Ja. Okej. Får vi försöka hitta den andra kakbiten sen då? So. So this is why I need to find a job where I can work from home. But I'm also making sure that I'm not home always. So you have this. This morning I was working for 4 hours, not at home. Or 3 hours actually, it just became. So I'm thinking, this is box and this is the example. So let's try their example. Uh, there. So I just realized that the bag for this didn't have anything to close it, so it might be kind of dry all the way. There. I'm a bit sweaty, so my hair. Excuse me, but now it's 23 outside. So since it says the coldest temperature today will be 18, so we might not get much colder. But maybe we'll see. Here, right. As in, click the right button. Um, I should have searched instead for whatever it was, right? That would have been easier. But I was thinking, let's try theirs. So DB admin is what we're actually looking for. Um, so we can see ID DB admin here. So we have found it. But let's change when we do the other search. And let's actually do DB admin here. And of course we wouldn't know this possibly, right? It's _2 and I didn't do it, you know. This is where the annoyance of not having the right keyboard. So no, it's not a capital A there, meaning it's case sensitive. And this is the CMD. So find string is case sensitive. So let's. It might work like this. No, let's abort that. Windows default. Oh, you know, I was trying to do a dash. So where can I have it? Oh, I found it once. So if we do this and we replace this with, what is this one? Dash. So that's on my question mark. Uh, we got the same message though from that. This is not very Windows. So I'll have to look another way. But I feel like just -H should work for, or even my mistyping there should work for Windows. It's not an uncommon way to do it. Anyway, let's pick the password from here because we were looking for the password, right? So pasting, and there's a saved password on your Windows credentials using CMD key and run a spawn shell for my cats. So copy this and retrieve the flag from its desktop. I'm actually just leaving that as it is selected and I guess we'll just copy this bit. I don't like copying commands and just running them. when I mess around with them. So pasting this. This is Tom Smith. I think I got like, yeah, because I was like reading this one first when and now I didn't change my what I was doing to here. Let's just paste this one. I'm not doing it for both again because we already tried that it works on both. So alright, let's show you. I'm pasting it there. So this one. So it's this one. CMD key list. Ah, right. I don't have the keyboard, so let's copy it because of that. Let's do it. Right. Let's do it on both and make sure that we update our notes because it works on both, right? And if it's not explicit, uh, well, let's be consistent. This will take a lot of space all over the place. Um, and we'll have to do this one too. And we have it double there, both up and down. So when we paste this here, it hops, right? And it's not admin, but Mike dot cats. Fortunately, all normal characters. Run as save cred user mycats. And we found it here. Um, and I'm really tired. So now we have a new one. Running as. So let's just, where's normal CMD? Keyboard. So oh, there it is. I found it. So I should have just done dot dot. Right. What is my password? Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know what your password is. There. So we have all the questions answered. It wasn't a good repetition as it would be if I did have a correct keyboard. Other quick wins. So by scrolling up here, there's just one flag here. So always install enabled. Yeah, schedule tasks. By the way, I'm curious to see her now. It hops around so much. Yeah, so now it says I'm for top 4%, and we have done 9 questions. And we have done 21 hours in the last 7 days. So, LDAP injection. IR timeline analysis. So, what? We want to play with LDAP, of course. That sounds fun. Oh my god. Allergies. No, my nose itches. IR. Learn about timeline analysis using various tools and scenarios. So, yeah, I mean, in the I want to. Uh, Incident response log analysis. That doesn't sound as fun. Um, so it's forensic thing. Well. Um, Prototype pollution. Explore the concept of prototype pollution, its implications during pen testing. JS. So I've been thinking maybe I should actually make my web page not just HTML and CSS, but actually try some stuff on it. But oh my god, itching, and apparently I have a mosquito bite here. It is white. It isn't visible, but it was a bit of pain. Uh, well, I was surprised. Uh, so we'll have to do this too. And here I think I've done all of it here. Maybe you can like sort all the rooms. Um, this one I'm too curious to close it. I'm also going to look quickly at the path because I think we don't have very much left. So no, this is the last one. Okay, so it's not very much left in the junior penetration testing path. This is room. So we're about halfway. Um, which is kind of sad because I want lots of content in here. I want it to go on forever and me learning all the things about Windows. Privilege escalation, not just as much as we have done already. Um, so, task 4, other quick wins. Privilege escalation is not always a challenge. Some misconfiguration can allow you to obtain higher privileges and user access, and in some cases even administrator access. It would help if you consider these to belong more to the realm of CTF events rather than scenarios you will encounter during real penetration testing engagements. However, if none of the previously mentioned methods work, you can always go back to these. Okay. Schedule task. Looking into scheduled task on the target system, you may see a scheduled task that either lost its binary or it's using a binary you can modify. Let's make a header here because this is just, I mean, this is basic too, but What I don't know is how to use this um, on Windows from the command line, and I don't really get why we should RDP to this box and not SSH. Is it because they thought it was easier? Because we're still just using PowerShell and CMD, though we can have them side by side like this, right? um, there, so we have those. Actually, allergies again. Um, Especially when you're reading, and you can't breathe through one of your nostrils. It's kind of annoying. So let's see here. What are we gonna add? Um, Scheduled tasks can be listed from the command line using the tasks command without any options. To determine detailed information about any of the services, you can use a command like the following one. So let's get started. And I might have this already in my notes. So let's actually look if I have anything on scheduled tasks. Let's see if I have this in my notes. So no much is found, meaning I don't. Nice with search, right? Because this one really should have its own thing with all the options and the help and everything. So right, I don't think I have any fun ones, but I have the TryHackMe popping up. Save game tasks. So Windows Update, of course. Defender. Synchronous time zone. Yeah. So the order these are put in. So show me the TryHackMe ones before I get tired of this. It's like infinite, right? The infinite list of things. Um, Lists all tasks and not a fun thing to do, right? So let's say that they won't be called Voln task, right? So works on both. Second task, not bad. uh, Query. I have used this for something. Or it's just the same syntax. FO, like format output maybe. And TN, I mean these options. That's kind of why I run it locally, to see if we can get help on it. So query is always there. And the reason I do this on my machine is just totally so increased after me not being able to actually type special characters on the other machine without looking on the keyboard trying to find it. So since this is a Windows thing, um, I never get used to the right click, just copying it once. So SH works on Windows too. It doesn't do CMD or anything like that that I know of. Cool. So FO was format for the output, as I guessed. Was kind of obvious, right? And system, the connection system to connect to username. So let's TN. Task name. V for verbose. So let's actually do this on the other one too. Let's do the blue one. There. So it looks like it's exactly the same, which is nice. So this is just I can't see what it said. Oh, thanks for
Fixerbot
subscribing.
says,
Thank you very much.
Thanks so much for the sub, Secreto XE. Less than
Yeah,
3.
thanks so much. So, thank you. Thanks, thanks to everybody.
Secreto
We
XE
have quite a
says,
few. Thank
nice
you.
content.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm just learning and trying to share it. So, um, you're welcome to talk to me now. You don't have to be quiet. You're not disturbing or anything. Um, we can explore it together, not just me doing it. That's possible. So now I have here we can add more stuff, and then let's see. Um, so we still have all the others open too. Let's open this one and a new one so we can have this one too. Let's close a few ones. So my kid's calling again. So these were from last time. Jag kommer snart, Laban. So I'm not sure if he's very warm still. I'll have to check on him. But he's eating some ice cream now at least. So we're going to have to add this to here too. This was just a help one, right? So let's get the full one from here. No, why did it do that there? So search and get more info on task. Let's actually change this one because it's not clear. Task name there, right? All right, that's the other direction. No. Oh, sorry. There it is. So, task, list all tasks. So we can find information. And then there it is. We don't have to go that far. I'll continue reading soon. I'll just go check on the kid. Right, I forgot to switch back from this one too. Hur är det gubben? Känner du dig svallare nu? Är du fortfarande jättevarm? Vad sa du? Betacraft. Vad är det för någonting? Yes. Ja, vill du spela något med mig då? Det är för sent. Okej. Ska vi bestämma en tid imorgon när vi ska spela tillsammans? Så det inte blir för sent. Så det är gammal Minecraft, men lite uppdaterad. Och det är en server. Det är en server man kan gå till. Okej. Jag kan kolla upp det lite gubben. Kan du skicka länken till mig eller har du gjort det redan? Så kollar jag det och så kan vi se. Vi kan fixa det sen. Jag har en sak som jag ska försöka göra klart idag på min dator där. Men det är ju pre att du mår bra och så, att du inte känner dig för varm. Visst är det mycket svalare här inne nu? Eller hur?
Can you get cake?
Nej.
Can you get pancake?
Nej.
Can you get bacon pancakes?
Jag tänkte att imorgon så gör vi tacos. Och sen dagen efter det så gör vi fläskpannkakor. Okej? Okay?
But how are you supposed to put a taco in the shape of an O?
Jag vet inte. Har du inte sett de där skalen som är böjda så här? De är som ett O på engelska. U på svenska. Haha. Är det något mer du vill ha eller så, gubben?
I looked at this and I was trying to think about this, and then I ended up thinking about banana tacos instead of this.
Bananatacos. Ska vi köpa bananer till vi ska göra tacos så kan du få bananatacos.
I mean the taco thing. I put a banana in it.
Men bara en banan. Som blir som korv och bröd. Med en tacos med som hot dogs.
And put some
Men jag känner att det är mycket svalare här inne nu, eller det är mycket skönare.
wash on the banana tacos.
Men vi har inga bananer. Vi har i och för sig torkade bananchips. Vi vill ha bananchips.
No. Make banana shape in the shape of taco.
Nej.
Would be an actual banana taco.
Det vore coolt. Tacobröd av banan.
A sandwich of banana. Yes, you're gonna look at this.
Jag går och gör det på min dator i lugn och ro sen. Vi behöver kolla upp det innan vi bara installerar och kör och kopplar in till server och allting.
I got this video thing from two popular videos. I think it's fine.
Den här eller?
Yeah. Two popular videos from two popular people.
Okej. Var de nya eller gamla?
One of them was sort of newer and one of them was way older.
Okej.
Way older publisher. Ja, för det är en sak när man kör någonting bara på sin dator, någonting när man gör det på internet. Så man har lite olika tänk. You also want to be able to play in the 2.7 false version snapshot view, whatever it is.
Går det inte att göra det nu då? Ska du skicka en länk till mig? Jag skulle behöva gå och avsluta lite på min dator, Labba. Så ska jag gå och titta på det där också. Och vi har ju April Fools Minecraft där. Du har ju den där, du kan ju bara köra den. Dubbelklicka på den som heter EXE. Där ja. Del av. Men fanns det en post där vad hur man gjorde? Det är en speciell katalog du är inne.
have it right here, but it doesn't work.
Okay, okay. Okej, men skicka den där länken till mig också så kan jag söka på det. Så behöver jag gå och avsluta det jag håller på med. Jag fixar det. So I'll be back soon. I'll just get him some water. Så, nej, jag förstår det gubben. Vi får klura på det. Mm. Så ska jag kolla på Discorden sen också. Like. There, so I'm coming back. So he's fun. That's my autistic 16-year-old. So he needs help with some things that you might not expect, but he can do other things fine. So he's smart. So let's continue. I'm thinking that if we did half of this already, we can probably finish this today. And it would be kind of fun to finish the just getting rid of a notification there. So we kind of fun to finish the junior penetration testing path. It will be fun. We can do the next one, which I'm kind of thinking is a red team. We'll see. There look to be fun things there, but maybe it's like, oh, you should probably do this first. You probably do this first, and we'll end up doing something else anyway. We'll see. Right. So, like Eccles, I have heard of. I didn't hear of tasks. Oh, so let's see. If our current user can modify or overwrite the task to run executable, we can control what gets executed by the task user 1. So, let's look here so we get some context for this. We have the run as user, task user 1 here. So if our current user can modify or overwrite the task to run here, task to run, the parameter, let's make this bigger, right? So come on, there it is. So we can see all of it. Kinda. There. Most of it. So my cats, that was the previous one. Here it is. Here. So we can control what gets executed, of course, by this other user. Toaster run by user. So obviously, as my kid would say it, if we can change this, we can say what this person will run, or this user, resulting in a simple privilege escalation. To check the file permission on the executable, we use equals. And when it starts this one, we need to check it. So let's see if I can type this. I won't be able to. Special characters. I'm copying it. So let's copy this. I just read this bit. Uh, do I have actually mosquitoes in here? No, I don't think so. So, um, C TOS. Yeah. Built-in uses IF. Anti-authority system IF. Built-in administrators IF. And I apparently need to know the list of is F full? What is I? Failed processing 0 files. Why does it even say that? Um, so let's go back and read. As can be seen in the result, the built-in users group is full access F. Yeah, that's what I thought the F was over the tasks binary. This means we can modify the bat file, insert any payload we like. NC64exe can be found in tools. Okay, yeah, so we could have just uploaded a file, but they put netcat 64-bit exe file there for us. So we can get a shell on the machine. Okay. What is the I then? This is what I use this for. Please list permissions used by is that right? I think so. Like F full. So we give it an example. The icons command in Windows is used to display or modify access control lists, ACLs, on the files and directories. Here are the permissions that can be used by using icons. Let's also make sure that we have notes. I don't think we do. Maybe? No, let's search just to make sure. I've started using these, but one word that's not needed. So we kind of have it. So I think I have the help in there, right? Yeah. So it's just in one place, and it's in a box. It's not in a used in a box. Um, there. So let's make one. New note.
Connected to channel fix at 42.
Oh, so the TTS went down again? This is funny. Why? Let's stop it and start it manually. So this is what the TTS looks like.
Connected to channel fix at 42.
And you shouldn't do that more than once. That's odd. It usually does not. Let's well, so security live TTS is great. It usually just works all the time. So we have a few examples, a few things here. Let's read all of it. I got kind of
Hans B. Formble
sidetracked.
says. Bad connection maybe.
Yeah, so I'm thinking, does it have anything to do with me streaming to both YouTube and Twitch? Usually, if we look at OBS here, let's see, I think that YouTube live connection, it says excellent there. Excellent. And I think I can't see much about about the connection here for Twitch. I had to put YouTube as a primary because of it needs this pre thingy. You have to create a stream every time before you start it, um, which is kind of odd. Anyway, so if my stream can work without problems, the only reason that the TTS would have problems is if maybe he's working on the TTS, that could be it too. That's happened before, that Security Live is updating it. But I'm using the dev one because he told me to. Right, that was the logging into the box we're currently at, or the demo box. Let's actually copy what we got from ChatGPT here, and you're welcome to talk to me more. You don't have to sit there all quiet. um, so we'll get what we want from this. We will of course get the help here too, and well, okay, it's okay. So this is not anything that should be copyrighted, or but I don't want it really in this format anyway either. So since I'm sharing my notes publicly, I don't want to have other people stuff it out or their reference to them. Yeah, so also ChatGPT, it just babbles, right? Can't do things like short. Had to keep repeating articles, and I do like make these. So I don't want to spend all day doing this. And also, what did I really remove? Nothing. To make it easy, let's just. Oh, this is so annoying. Okay, I'm not touching this right now. Maybe we could just do this. So I just wanted to read them easily. So we have F file control, M modify, R X read execute, R read, W write, D delete, P change permission, O take ownership, N no access. And we are looking for the I inherited. Right, so it's inherited, which is good to know. So there are actually no permissions on here on this place. Special permissions. So I wouldn't call this special permissions, but let's keep it. It might be called that officially. So I'm not sure I like this bit at all. Let's just delete it. There. So we have, that's what I was interested in. Just being able to read these quickly, right? And then we can get the help. And we don't need to say where we are because we know that. Display, modify, files in the directories there. That's all we need. And of course the help syntax thingy. So let's do the local command prompt one again, and let's do I cackles. Let's, if we only run it, yeah, we will get the help. And here we also have things. So kind of a lot of information for nothing. Just the command name. So where is it here? Here where it starts. So save ACL file. Set owner, find set, verify, reset name, grant, name as all of them. Reset, grant, deny, remove. Remove, set integrity level. Inheritance. Yeah, I know what I used this for. I think I was enabling a disabled inheritance on a box so that I, as the authority system, could read the files. I didn't have permission to, but I was the owner, so I can just make myself full access. The old thing of right clicking for copy, and then we just add sh, and we do help, and we paste the help, and we have a few funny ones there. So it's usually easier to read, and you can search for something easy in this too, and you can also get rid of it if you want to. So that's how I like to make the files here in my notes. We'll have to make another update to the notes. We can wait a few days. So we have these notes. This is just the help too. So um, so this is a Linux start here. I keep opening things in the window where I have it. So of course we need this one in here too. And we're not actually doing anything, we're just making notes. So permissions and ownership. And this is not as much test, but a short how we can fix them, right? So I'm kind of confounded I didn't make any notes of the iCuckles things I did before. 5:45. How did that happen? And I started late too, and the stream was split, so it will be 6 hours and a meeting in between. So it should be almost 7 hours since I started. So tomorrow will be a quick morning stream, and then a quick IRL running stream, and then nothing. So Mondays and Wednesdays just have the quick morning ones. I should get going, continue with this. We don't need this one anymore. But what should we make now? So let's continue with the actual page. So we can see, I want this one here. So the output we got is the same as the example here. And I just was curious on these, and not only what they say and what's here, but what alternatives there were, what short forms there were for the alternatives, you know. And we also got a quick repeat of how permissions work actually with ownerships and inheritance. Turning off, do not propagate, inherit. That's annoying, and you'll have to reset it. As an admin, I can know that. Annoying when users remove your permissions on files, right? Which is possible in Windows. As can be seen, as a result, built-in users group is full access. tasks binary. This means we can modify the bat file and insert any payload we like. For our convenience, yeah, right. So we have the file here. Um, so we just kapoof. Don't we want to see what's in there first? We want to see what's in there first. So we're gonna just type it there. So who am I to task output? ipconfig to task output, or continue there and then exit. So it doesn't do much. Yeah, so I guess echoing isn't a good way to get stuff into, but I would like to know more tricks about making editing text file in Windows command prompts like PowerShell and CMD, because you might just have a simple shell and there's no nano here, you know. There used to be edit. I have to test and type edit. See what happens. I typed edit. Is it looking for something called edit? No, it doesn't exist. So this was ancient times, like in the 80s, right? Um, it doesn't exist, and it wasn't really a part of DOS. It was like separate somehow, maybe. Anyway, let's. So I'm thinking notes first. All right, there's a plane. There's a plane if you hear it. I'm like on the. On the side now. And this one doesn't click. I have to check that out why it's clicking. So we have permissions and ownership. We're going to let's just mention I cackles and also do I cackles there, right? And then um, uh, getting text into text files at pscmd from, right? In Sweden we type that as one word, but that is looking very bad. So let's there. So this is just a reminder. It's also hello,
John
good
Rosemary
afternoon.
says, hello, good afternoon. Do you intend to upload your streams to your YouTube channel?
Yeah, I have this YouTube channel that is a second YouTube
Fixerbot
channel.
says,
Hi
Time to move
Goaku.
it, move it. 5 high jumps redeemed.
Goaku says,
Muted. Not
Muted.
muted.
What? You're scaring me. You're scaring me. Alright, I'm using the wrong mic. There? Is it better now? I switched mics. I think this one is better.
John Rosemary says, your microphone sounds very quiet.
Is it better now? And also I can hear the cars passing by, but I had to open the window a bit. Because it was like 31 degrees. Now it's 29.7. And it's 20 outside, so it's kind of nicer. Tell me if the cars are very annoying, right? I can close the window. There's another one open with the pollen filter too. So, but the pollen filter makes it not as, the air rush in is not as much. These are better than the old ones I had though. So let's see. Right, so I'm just getting this as a test, or showing that this like the normal thing, it works. And remember, you can do this, instead of going like, oh my god, how can I edit text in Windows on the command prompt? So you just get reminded a tiny bit here that we can actually do this. So now let's do it on the machine here. I just had to test edit because a long time ago we had something called edit that was like Nano or Linux.
Goaku says,
I'm watching on YouTube but chatting via Twitch.
Okay, cool. Yeah, then you'll not have ad breaks, right? That's nice. So let's see here.
There is a delay between YouTube and
yeah,
Twitch.
I know. It's because YouTube has a delay, and it's about 10 seconds, I think, so it's long delay. So you will always see everything, and me replying to what you type will be delayed too, always on YouTube. There's nothing you can do about it because it's just delayed. I guess they're doing something with the video there. Maybe making sure that they get all the packets in the right order and everything, whatever. It's apparently they all use TCP, not UDP, for the streaming, which is kind of funny to me actually, because what do you care if you miss a tiny bit? You just want to be there in speed at the moment where things are happening, not delayed by 10 seconds or more. Because I think it's 10 seconds more on YouTube than Twitch. And Twitch has 2-3. So 12-13 for YouTube then. I tested it the other day. So let's continue. I was just going to paste the command. There. So we're going to overwrite this. Let's also see Assistant Startup. So is this just a test? We'll see what it says, but let's do this as a test. Though we shouldn't have attacker IP in here. What do you think? Should we replace this with? Let's actually look. I haven't done this. Yeah, it's 21. 236 there, and 4. So this one has just been sitting here sleeping.
You forgot the high jump redeem, lol.
Oh, right, Goaku. We have 443 here. Let's do 443 and change the other one, and let me do the jumps. There. So just one extra today. It's still a bit warm. It's actually, I think here where the thermometer is, it's actually warmer than when I sit, because the air comes under the table and it's on top. So the warm air rises, So it's actually not 29.6 at my feet. So let's see. So we have started something listening. So now we can go back here. And in case this one would actually work, and not just at system startup, which it looks like, right? But as a test to do this. Yeah, so what happened now? Right up, a parameter cannot be protected because the parameter name is E. Ambiguous. Possible matches include error. So, yeah. Let's... So the thing is, if we do something, oh my, I don't have my keyboard here. I have a US keyboard, I guess, on this machine, and I have a Swedish keyboard. So I can't even... let's just continue reading on the page first. So this one doesn't actually work here. We could, of course, just hop. Right, let's hop first to this one, because it might work differently. So here it just okay. So this is the one for CMD. So I'm just adding CMD : space before it in the notes. So if you now type, still typing in the notes, type, let's make it easy for ourselves and don't have to type special characters. Type. So now we have the correct thing in there, which is good. If it was ever started, that is right. I don't think it will be. When we start a listener on the attacking machine on the same port we indicated on our verses. Yeah, we did that before changing. The next time the scheduled task runs, you should receive a reverse shell with task user 1 privileges. While you probably wouldn't be able to start the task in a real scenario and would have to wait for a scheduled task to trigger, we have provided your user with permission to start the task manually to save you some time. Okay, because it was set to startup, right? We can run the task with the following command. Yeah. So this is a task thing. So let's actually copy it to the notes. And there, this starts a task if we have the, well, let's change it. If we have the permissions, we can do that. Let's of course also put it here. I have the vol task bit left here. So let's copy this bit again to this part of the notes. There. So here are just some example lines, and this of course is always obvious that if you can't do something, you can't do something if you don't have permissions, right? But also we could just add the same comment, why not? Because I noticed that I had them on the other ones. Comments. So, look, all of this is from today except for the first line. Nice. Dude, I did jump. I did jump. Oh, actually, I had like a refresh. And I thought that I had a new message. Maybe I didn't have a new message. Welcome to the chat room, it says. Something is off with my connection. But it says at the bottom here, dropped frames 0. 0 dropped frames. And they said excellent connection. But the TTS has disconnected twice. Or rather, we've heard it say connecting to twice. Which kind of seems like there's a problem. And the chat, maybe Twitch has problems with chat. That might be it, you know. They have random problems all the time. So the stability is a YouTube win, definitely. Though, well, doesn't help much. Sometimes you might need other things too. We can see anyway here that is listening. I could move the window over. So let me show you on the right screen. We can see the listening. We can move this one a bit here. See, cause it's anyway, it's just chat and stuff. You don't need chat, right? We need chat. Anyway, I only have the comment in my copy. I realized. So let me copy the actual thing from the actual TryHackMe game there. So let's paste it because I can't type special characters, or I prefer typing it so to practice, you know. I should probably tell them that me want Swedish keyboard. So they should run the task. Attempted to run. Success. Attempted to run the scheduled task. Alright, it's... I didn't edit this. I said I would edit it, but I didn't edit it. So of course, we need to... Oh, so I thought I copied it from here, where I had edited it, right? But I didn't. So let's... Oh my goodness. Come on. We just want this tiny little line, please. And we just want it to pop to this one. And we just want to get rid of these. So we can paste here. And run the actual right thing. And there. So when we run the correct task, we got it at once there. So we have the shell with a new user. And I'm assuming that we're supposed to get some information here and enter into here later. Maybe. We'll see. Or we could just look around a bit on the machine. So... Yeah. I always forget that I'm actually in System 32 and I shouldn't dare this. And I'm on Windows, so I don't have to use space there. CD users. And this is task user 1. Let's see. No, it doesn't work. Just testing to tab. And here we have the first flag. Or is it the new flag? Or what? Let's look. I think this... Yeah, this is it. This is it. Because it says task user 1 flag. Right. So we haven't got the best shell here. We have the echo and things. And I'm just, oh, I got the actual menu instead of Windows just copying it when I right click. So, while we were there, you know. So let's see. So we run it here. You will receive a shell as expected. Yeah. So I didn't do who am I. So we should have done that because I knew it, you know. But we could confirm it. Of course, who am I? Always install elevated. And I recognize this too, which is always nice, but I don't have it in my notes, right? Or I might, but not sorted. It's too old, I think, for me to have it sorted. Windows installer files, also known as MSI files, are used to install applications on the system. They usually run with the privilege level of the user that starts it. However, these can be configured to run with higher privileges from any user account, even unprivileged ones. This could potentially allow us to generate a malicious MSI file that would run with admin privileges. Note, the always install elevated method won't work on this room's machine and is included as information only. Okay, so we can't test it. Thank you for that information. It would have been annoying to fail. This method requires two register values to be set. You can query these from the command line. So let's copy these. And let's let's call it something more logical. And there might be other permission issue thingies that we like add here. Alright. So let's yeah, it's HKCU and HKLA. Current user, local machine. To be able to exploit this vulnerability, both should be set. Otherwise, exploitation will not be possible. So, these red keys needs to be set to exploit. And then we indent these in one step more. And we go back and to be able to exploit the vulnerability, if these are set, you can generate a malicious MSI user of venom. So we'll just copy this one. And I'm kind of sure I have this in my notes somewhere, but not here where I want them. So, kind of long one there. So, gener 8. Well, I don't have to say it's malicious. I would have typed after if it wasn't so crazy long there. As this is a reverse shell, you should be able to run Metasploit Handler module configured accordingly. Once you have transferred the file you have created. I mean, why would I want to do that if we have netcat? Why? You can run the installer with the command below to receive the reverse shell. Yeah, so right, so also here we need to remove the C's because it will just look funny. It looks like it's more like a path with this on the chart, because I don't have ever the shell there, or the yeah, so this looks kind of funny indeed. Yeah, so why doesn't it work? So 1 space. No, it worked. I got 2 first time, 2 of them. Maybe I was still holding shift or something. I don't know. So should I just... Well, for this to be consistent, so I will have to run it. I'll fix it later. So, did we miss any of the information? Yes, that it's called this. There. Oh my. You can't have a header in there. So we have more things here that we can test. There are so many other things. There are all the normal things, like searching for exploits and abusing server misconfiguration, abusing dangerous privileges, abusing vulnerable software. So let's just quickly browse through these. Services. Insecure permissions on servers. Executables. Service paths. Yeah. Yummy stuff here. Insecure service. My brain says server when I scroll quickly. So I get unsure. Service, yeah, I was right. Fighting with your own brain here. Oh my god, this is a long one. Look. Me like. So, dangerous privileges. Windows privileges. Yeah, take ownership. Yeah. But, and then... I see. Assign primary token. So that sounded like something I don't know. That's even better. Abusing vulnerable software. Oops. I just scrolled or had the mouse too far to the right there. So, WinPiece. To output file, that's smart. Because it's kind of long, right? Script to, or rather an exe to check things and get output. Yeah, so and then there's a conclusion. giving us tips on what to check out. This is interesting, right? We have more things there that I might not have done. But for today, I'm thinking I need to go to my kids